Alright, I don't normally show this bit, but it's very late Thursday, so it might as well be Friday. So next update's in 5 days. Now, I imagine the
what you call it, the teaser will be out tomorrow. I imagine, I don't know anything. Last time I think it came out kind of late. Alright, Willow's putzing around out here. I did come out till 7 or 8 o'clock. Now with the meds and various things, I sometimes go to sleep around 7 or 8 in the evening and get up and play later at night. Yes, you do, love. She said she needs food.
Another thing is, before I forget it, this playlist is almost full. YouTube only gives me 200 videos in a playlist, so I'll be starting a new playlist, and this one's name will probably change from new to something else, and the new one will probably be new. Actually, I'm sure there's a smarter way to do that. If anybody's got an idea, go ahead and send it along. If it gets to me before I do anything, I might use it. People have been asking me about pierogies. I never really thought about them for a lot of reasons because Honey Ham was working. Also, I think they used to take a tall bird egg, and evidently they don't now.
If you do more than one monster meat, they don't work, and it takes a vegetable. I mean, other than me. I don't think a berry applies. I don't know if a berry applies or not. So we'll just throw a pumpkin in there.
ArtGar62 mentioned that on the pumpkin cookies for one of the pumpkins, you can switch out and put in, what do I want to say? You can switch out a pumpkin and put in a berry, and you still get your pumpkin cookies. Enrico Smokey mentioned bringing all the beefalo together into kind of an Uber herd. And use them to kill deer, clops, hounds, whatever. And they are getting a bit thinned out with the depredations of various critters I've subjected them to. Now, Enrico Spokey also suggested I collect 80 to 120 bees at one bee mine and put the bee mine down where deer clops is and release the 80 to 120 bees to kill him. Now, that's probably not going to happen because, especially with the enforcer bees now, there's probably a way to avoid them, to get away from them so they're not such a problem. But, you know, I'm not unhappy with how things are going, so at 80 to 120 bees, I'd have to catch up. I don't know how many days that kind of stuff takes. Where's the rest of my southern herd? Am I in the wrong place? Ooh, did I thin them out this much? Crap, this needs looking into. You guys come over here with these guys. Wow, there's quite a few. There's not enough to kill deer clops, though. Deer clops will kill 20 beefalo.
There's still some more up here. I'm sure they won't follow me at night. Alright. I don't remember who sent it in, I'm sorry, but someone mentioned that the umbrella, that usage only it comes into play if it's used as a weapon, which I can't imagine me doing for any reason. You know, there's enough funny stuff to hit things with in the game without doing that, so. Follow the spider heads to the camp. I want to make an ice staff. I want to get ready for the McTuss. I'm going to put, I don't know. Yeah, I think I will put that in the, whenever I make for that. Did our pierogi come up? Alright, this is supposed to heal 40 hit points. And that's kind of one reason I never bothered with it was that wasn't really much of a problem. Now, evidently, if you just follow these hands with or without a torch, they go away. Except, of course, if you're not Willow, that's probably a darn bad idea.
Now, the fire staff takes actual nightmare fuel, and I won't be collecting that again because we're pretty much the winner here. Oh, I need 2 spears, don't I? Let's put that there just so they don't wind up in weapons. Now that'll leave us with just the dark sword that's made, but I think that'll be alright. I'm thinking ice staff for the McTusk. I'm not thinking about it for deer clops. Where did we put the dark? So what I did, I talked about the bees. Oh crap. Alright, it was Michael Pekarski on the pierogi. He was the first. There have been others. Or I'm not sure if he was the first. Anyway, he's one of. I'm sorry, but I've got like 3 different notebooks with comments and information in them now. Enrico noticed I'm almost finished with the map and I could go through the machine. This is sandbox. There is no through the machine. It just takes me to another sandbox world. I don't mean that in a mean way. There just is no through the machine. I mean, there is a through the machine, but it just gives me an empty world. Jada Road mentioned the percentage on the umbrella does not matter unless you use it as a weapon. Johnny Snake mentioned you don't need a weapon to kill butterflies. You can use your fists. However, BT Swag mentioned instead of me trying to do that whole attack dance I'm doing, I could just use a bug net to catch them and then murder them with right click, which is just, that's the route I'm going down. And I knew about the right click kill on anything in your backpack, but I'd forgotten about it. I'm guessing this name, Sverigi Cigar, I'm sorry, SBERIGESEGRAR says, for meat in the crock pot is meaty stew. It's 150 hunger. That's cool. There's a ton of recipes. No offense to anybody. Alright, what the hell was I doing? Volka077 mentioned if you, I don't know if any of you saw that, or how many, but if you mouse over, damn it, where am I on the map? If you mouse over mushrooms, you can tell what kind of mushroom they're going to be. This isn't looking like a big herd here. Not big enough to deal with deer clops. I may actually stop adding them in. I don't want a huge beefalo wipeout. I'd rather have him chase me up here to this wormhole and dive through it or something like that. I hadn't thought about it, but actually Willow's a little bit OP because of all the firehounds I've been getting. Now I've been dodging out of the fire, but yeah, see, on a savanna this big, this could be a time-consuming process.
What needs to happen here is Willow needs to share a Ritalin with them. If you're not, well, I probably shouldn't explain that process. I'll get in trouble from somebody. I'll just sum it up. Ritalin's given to hyperactive children, and it's one of the most prescribed children's drugs in America. It may be the most prescribed children's drug in America, and it has a reverse effect on adults. It's like speed shit. I might as well say it. Well, those of us that aren't adults are close enough screwed. If you're on the internet, you can find worse things than that. And if you're in high school, you know, there's kids selling their Ritalin to, well, we can leave all that alone. Anyway, you already know anything I'm going to tell you. So that's about as much as I want to do with that. Actually, I have to do some crap things like chop wood, and that's a great idea. I don't think my herds are quite adequate to it. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm torn here. I'm not opposed to having them all together. I just don't want to get them all killed. Oh, shoot. I was close enough to get those. Now, the forum site where the guy did this, he's in the middle of just this monster beefalo herd. See, this isn't enough. Deer cops can easily kill 20 beefalo. Although Willow's probably not the best beefalo herder in the world. I'm probably moving him in different directions.
Actually, this isn't going to work for Willow because she'll burn down the forest while she's, I don't know if I can switch quick enough. Yeah, I guess I can. If you didn't watch that video, she's chopping trees. Now, the axe still goes down, so it's not like you're saving on the axe. And I got lucky because I almost said that in the video. But you can shop, and I'm sure this has got to be an easy one for them to fix. And I've been asked to like catch butterflies with catch butterflies with a boomerang and all kinds of stuff. And the thing about this is you're starting the process. I'm holding down spacebar when I make the switch, and I don't think I'm coordinated enough to do all that with boomerangs and butterfly nets and some of the other things I was asked to do. So, shoot. Well, time to head. Oh shit, shouldn't have done that. I don't have a weapon. Oh well. Ah, doggies. Now, I know somebody else sent me that pierogi thing, and I can't find it. I'm sorry. Some of the comments, like I said, I've got a couple of different notebooks. So until I hire a secretary, every now and then I'm going to screw up. Now, let's see if we can find a backpack under this pile. Oh, there it is. Hell. I don't know if I finished that Firehound comment, but currently, and they're planning on after launch reworking all the characters. Currently, Willow's immune to fire. So how long that will continue, I don't know.
Alright, bug out this way, Willow, so we don't lose any from the big herd. I guess that's not going to happen. How Willow spends her days.
I think they've stopped following her. Well, no, those ones are following her. Come on, Beefalo. Now, I always thought that was one of the most useless things in the game, so times change. If I didn't mention it, that backpack thing, there'll be a link to what Kevin finally said at the end in the description of this video. Okay, they all looked up. I think they're through. Actually, that's enough of them to kill deer clops, so what the hell. And we had hounds on day 106. Let me write that down. I'm going to go ahead and read off the Kevin thing. I just looked at the video I put up. I just finished and it's not in there. So you don't have to click that link if you don't want to. Oh, there's a cute comment by me. Anyway. You now have 15 inventory slots by default. Now that's across the bottom, okay? You can build an 8-slot backpack. That's your backpack. You can build a bigger 12-slot backpack which costs more and hopefully makes you run a bit slower. You can find a Krampus sack which now has 16 slots and is magically light. Now find...
I gotta wonder if he means find. I would think that has to mean drop. And the only reason find clicked in my mind was the next line is you can find the new and improved Chester. Now obviously Chester isn't a drop unless there's something really enormous that has orange fungus balls drop out of it.
Anyway, new and improved Chester who shouldn't die as often.
I also just now ran, when I was just killing time while I was playing with rendering the early footage here, I ran across a Kevin, and I'll put this link up also. It's a condensed preview from Kevin about the update.
Newly retuned adventure mode. Less winter focused at the start. Lots of new set pieces, adventure mode specific and general. Exploring can be very profitable now.
Now, in my experience, a set piece tends to mean, you know where the pieces of the Maxwell machine are and there's crap around them, you've got the knights, yada, yada, yada. Theoretically, we may be getting the bishops also, unless they drop down to the pawns. But anyway, you know how that little area is laid out with the rug and the marble? All right, to me, that is a set piece, okay? Now, that may not translate into what Kevin thinks. I don't know, all right?
Craftables, earmuffs, hot stones, piggyback, parentheses, pack. So I assume that's the new larger 12-slot backpack. And I assume piggy butts are involved in it. Lightning rod, healing salve.
And if you've tried to, you know, my world's got, I don't know, 12, 14, I don't know, probably 16 reeds. Horribly placed. And it's like, yeah, right, thanks for the bandages.
Findables, touchstone, pig head on a stick, etc. Enemies, the bishop. Well, I guess I should have read this and then talked about it. Integrated game modes. In parentheses, it'll make sense when you see it. Anyway, I'll link that too. I'm sorry about doing this way, but it's just, it's not practical to burn game time anymore, and that isn't something I did to the game. Let's see, what were we doing, love?